Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Strikeout Beer. This is going to be a quick beer review slightly, but it's clear the fridge night. And we've got some oldies just been sitting in the back of the fridge, and we need to get them in our mouth as soon as possible. I'm Rapid Dave. Sitting next to me is Alan. Alan, what's up?
I'm Alan.
What's up, buddy?
You know what? Clear the fridge is hit or miss, right? Sometimes you have some bangers. Sometimes you have not so much.
I'm looking forward to it, and I told you before, I was like, we're going to talk about Clear the Fridge and the old videos and late night, podcasting, things like that. But first, tell me what you're drinking.
So, I just want to again talk about the fact that I'm a baseball guy now, right? Baseball guy. So I'm drinking a beer that's it's a year old from Brutal Beerworks called Texas Ragers.
What a great freaking beer. Let's real quick on that. There we go. Blow everybody's eardrums out. Oh my God.
This is a Hazy IPA with huel, melon, and lotus, coming in at 8.9% alcohol by volume. And here's the thing. So, and Brutal admitted this when it came out. So it came out. The first ones off tap weren't good. There was something wrong. Some of the first ones they canned weren't good, and then the later ones canned were good. I have both. I have first ones canned, and I have later ones canned.
That first one canned was crazy. It was.
I don't know which one this is. I have no idea.
Okay, so you know the rules of Clear the Fridge, right?
I got to finish it.
You have to finish it.
Hey, yeah. I finished the first time it came out.
We did. Right? Well, we didn't finish it here though. We actually poured them out when we went to that one. I was like, I'm not drinking it. And you're like, I'm not drinking it either.
I will finish this.
Okay.
But I am also conscious of the fact that I'm not going to pour the full beer out.
If it's all Trub though, I'm not going to tell you to drink it because it's seriously it's undrinkable.
Hey, I've drank 3/4 of the bottle of whiskey tonight, so I'll drink it regardless.
You're gonna get sick. All right.
But first place Texas Rangers.
That's what's up.
What do you got?
I have a Martin House Best Maid Tropical Punch Pickle beer. So it's 4.7% alcohol by volume. The date on this thing is canned on 2/25/22.
Okay, so over a year. Yeah. Okay, all right.
I looked at there was 2 beers sitting there staring at me that I knew have date on them, right? And that I know that they're old. And this is what let's crack the beers and I want to tell you a little story.
This is one of my favorite things. So like I've started talking baseball with Alan.
Mm-hmm.
And when I talk about it, like, hey, here's what we're talking about tonight. But first, let's get to. And I always crack the beer with no talking or anything else going on, so you hear the beer open because it's about the beer.
Creative. Let's get this little shot of this little fella. All right. So good carbonation on my end. Looks just like how it now. It looks very red on the screen. This is a light pink color. Like when you're looking at it, it's got a nice little lighter pinkish looking flavor. Looks good in the Strikeout Beer Club mug though. It does.
Yeah.
Got a nice hand feel. Oh, it still smells just as sour as it ever was. Oh God, it smells so sour. At least that thing's got some head on it, so I think that might be a good one.
Well, I gave it the hard pour because of the napkin.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it doesn't look as bad. The other one was like totally
almost green looking. Like the bad ones. This looks like a hazy IPA. It does. So I'm looking forward to drinking this.
Nice.
I've reached the point in the can, the point of no return. What's in here is not getting poured out. It's going to sit in there. I'll probably pour it out like after the video, but not in this.
Gotcha. It's funny you went and yanked a Brutal Beerworks beer, because I actually almost pulled. It's the oldest beer that I have. It's not even a beer. It's a hard seltzer, and it's from Brutal Beerworks.
I don't think that's the oldest one.
In my fridge, it is.
I don't think it is. I think your least favorite beer is the oldest one. I'm pretty sure that seltzer was after.
Is that a Talon, or what's it called? The Talon or something?
Yeah, Talon.
Let me see.
That was after your least favorite beer.
Well, all right, but yeah, that's not clearing the fridge. Let's see, something Talon, right?
Yeah. It's a coconut.
Yeah,
it's a seltzer that's like 18% alcohol by volume, something absurd like that. Like,
is it Black Talon?
Possibly.
I'm pulling it up right now because I wanted to look, see when it came out, if it had any type of date on it. So everybody's drinking it November 21st or 2021. 2021. I don't know, man. I think your least favorite beer is more recent than that.
No, that's too.
What does it tell you it comes out? It don't have a release date. It just says there's only 21 check-ins of this thing.
So pull up your least favorite beer. When did that come out?
Apparently, I've already searched for this beer before. That was very easy to find.
When was that?
2022.
Okay.
Well, late in 2021 though. So was it around the same time? I don't know. Good reviews on that one. And I'm glad they like that beer, because that beer is near and dear to our heart, because we brewed that beer with them.
Yeah. At some point in time, we have to have that, because I have one left. You have more than one left, but I have one.
I drank it the other day when we did the show or whatever. I drank one.
No, we didn't.
I did. We were doing that. So anyways, Blacktown was sitting there, and it was like, I have 2 cans of it in the fridge. And I know that throws people off, because one can is full. The other can has nothing in it. So when I got the 4-pack, you delivered the 4-pack to me, and I was like, oh, sweet. Can't wait.
I delivered you half the 4-pack, I think.
Okay. So then you gave me, knowingly, that you gave me an empty can.
No, I didn't.
You can't tell the difference in 2 empty cans, or an empty can and a full can, and two fulls.
Maybe 2, and
maybe we'll test it out next time that we're in the same room. I'm going to ask you to hold up a can, 2 cans that have, a 4-pack that has, 2 cans on it, one full, one not full, and then one full and the other one full, and we'll see if you can determine the difference. But when I got it, I was super excited, because I was like, oh, there's nothing in here. You sealed it up. So I'm like, oh, cool. So I always keep it in the fridge. I've had it for 2 years now. I
feel like maybe I might have only given you one.
And then you handed me another can that was like, hey, they canned it. Here you go.
Maybe you got your own can at some point in time.
I don't see how I'd go there and buy a can and they hand it to me. Here you go. And then it's empty. I'm like, oh, great.
Can I explain it to you? Let me explain it to you. You showed up at Brutal Beerworks. You were drinking, eating some pizzas. And then at the end of the night, you're like, hey, I need some beers to go. I'm like, okay, what do you want? Just give me one of each or 2 of each. And they say, okay. And they give them all to you. And then you walk out.
And this is the most Alan story of all time, where you just, there's no way in hell it was your fault. And now it's like Brutal and my fault.
Okay. Have you never riddle me this, Batman?
It's back in 2021. It's
riddle me this, Batman. Have you around the time when your least favorite beer came out, which during that time, me and you both went to Brutal on separate occasions, on several times to get beers.
I'm trying to find the earliest check-in of this Black Talon too. April of 2021.
Well, but here's the thing, that they've had several different iterations of it too. Like
that cherry limeade looks good.
Yeah, they've had Black Talon and the cherry limeade and things like that. And
I bet you it's a good mixer. I bet if you get it and like pour it in with some like vodka or something like that, I bet it's a damn good mixer. It looks so damn good. I remember it being good. It was just kind of boozy.
If you put enough vodka in it, yeah, let's go. Right.
But yeah, so I was looking at that and I was like, it reminds me of when we had the fridge in here. And then like on top of that, we'd stay up all night, just talk and listen to music and stuff like that. And it was like, it was back in the day where we would hang out all freaking night and still get up and go to work the next day. You know what I mean? It's kind of during the shutdown, right? We got sent home in 2020. So yeah, no, it would have been during the shutdown.
But I mean, like during the shutdown, like you'd be at your house and I was at my house.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was a huge period, like, and I'm seeing all the videos now. Like they show up and
it was
I probably need to sign in and log into the Strikeout Beer page because they will show up as memories in the Strikeout Beer page. But like I get a lot of them because I share out every show that we do, and it's you at your house, me and my old house in the corner in my bedroom, and us just, God, back then we did 4 shows a night, 4 to 5 shows a night, right? Because it was just you didn't leave your house. No one left their house. We left our house on Saturday, and on a Saturday we would literally spend the entire day on Saturday. And like I remember, like I'm going out and I'm taking the kids with me on a Saturday, and I'm out with them all day on a Saturday, driving to 10 different breweries and picking up beers. And at that time, it was the only time my kids got out of the house. They got out of the house for me to go and buy beers. Because otherwise, you just didn't, you would go to Walmart or Target or Kroger or wherever you did your grocery shopping, and you would go and do your shopping. But other than that, like you didn't get out of the house for anything else. Like both my kids, they played softball then. Softball seasons were canceled. My oldest marching season was canceled. My youngest, she was in a dance class, but her dance class was all online. So it was all through Zoom. And so, and the cool thing then was like, they're like, oh, well, everything's Zoom. So here's all of our classes every day of the week. Your kid could come into any of them. And so she would do 5 to 6 days a week dance classes online, just because it's like, hey, what else are you going to do?
Yeah.
Kids were doing school online. We were doing work online. The only time I got out of the house was either to go buy groceries or to go buy beer. And I would literally spend 10 hours on a Saturday hitting up 12 breweries in Fort Worth. And you would hit up 12 breweries in Dallas, and we'd meet in Grapevine.
Yeah.
Just about every freaking Saturday.
Yeah. So this must have occurred after then, because we were already back. When I was thinking about all this stuff, I'm like, oh, man, you know, all the beers. And we used to just pull beers out of that fridge and we'd store stuff in there. So a lot of things got like left behind. And like, you know, so I'm sitting there and I know that I had like old Miller Lights in there. I had old like Martin House beers. I mean, old stuff from everywhere, right? Manhattan Brewing, it's Manhattan Project Brewing. And it's just like, dude. And so this one's been stuck. It's been hanging around for quite a bit. Now they had another hard seltzer.
They've had several hard seltzers. They've had a few versions of Black Talon.
Yeah.
And other names and things like that. But yeah,
those are the higher ones. I think Black Talon's in like 13%. And they had that one that was like 16 or 17%. It was so damn high. It was so boozy. It was like the booziest damn thing ever.
It was. I guarantee you, it was that cherry limeade one, because I had it and it was so boozy, and I brought one over to you, and you might have already drank it. Like if the one you have isn't 16%, 16 to 18%, that's not the one I brought over at that point in time. Like,
yeah, no, this is the coconut one. You know, it's the coconut one and whatnot. So. And it's just been sitting there. Like I said, I have 2 cans of it, but one of them has the booze in it. The other one doesn't. I almost grabbed it tonight. And I was like, you know what? maybe just a little bit longer. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm holding on to it. I have no idea. But this thing, like I said, the best made tropical punch pickle beer. It's got a can date of February 25th, 2022. So it's been sitting around. It tastes just like it did a year
14
ago.
months. 14 months is what you got rocking.
It's awesome. I love playing clear the fridge and things like that. There's an old odd muse in there too that I'm terrified of drinking. I don't even know. I don't know how long it's been in there. I don't even know if it has a date on it, but it looks crazy as shit. So I'll see that.
From 903, their barrel age fest, which they just had their last one several months ago. These are from the year before. So these are over a year old now. I have 3 or maybe 4 beers from their barrel age fest in the fridge. I've got, again, I have your least favorite beer from Strikeout Beer, which is coming up on 2 years old, or if it's not already 2 years old. And I've also got, what else do I have in there? I always save the anniversary beer from Brutal, and I save it for the next year. So I've got from their 3rd anniversary party this last year, saving up for their 4th anniversary party.
Nice.
Yeah,
I do. I just enjoy having the old beers, and then we sit there and talk about, like, we clear the fridge. We don't necessarily talk about the old times or things on that, but it just, for some reason tonight, I was like, oh, you know what? I was like, I remember when we just sit here all night and just hang out and drink and just, I mean, it was crazy. It was nuts. And especially after when, everybody was able to go out in the public and you started coming back over here. Oh my God, it just got ugly. It was so bad. Those late shows were crazy. The live shows were crazy. It's been a hell of 5 years? Has it been 5 years?
Almost. Next month will be our 5th or a 6-year anniversary. Nice. I'd have to go look at the notebook. It's either 5th or 6th year of doing the podcast. That's like May 20th, somewhere around there.
Nice.
Can't wait. But yeah, no, it was, especially those days during the pandemic. We would go live 4 to 5 nights a week. Drinking.
Anything going on? You know what I mean? You had all kinds of crazy, we had lights set up in all the different rooms and shit. Me and Liz were just sitting there just nailing like claws and, shit like that, playing Wii bowling. I mean, it was nuts.
It was the only way for us to interact with people outside of our houses. Like, that was what got us through our days back then. And loved it back then. Love what we got going on now. I mean, we're almost like, especially, again, we're baseball guys now. So with baseball going on, we're like almost content like 5 days a week. You got Ranger Roundup. You got Talking Baseball with Alan. You've got Strikeout Beer. You got Monday nights. You've got After Dark. Just, we're here for you. We do the reviews before the show on Wednesdays. We do the reviews after the show on Mondays, which is and after the show on Monday when we've been drinking whiskey. So that's why it's been going on for like 18 minutes now. We planned it for like 5-6 minutes.
Time to finish up.
I'll say that this is one of the good Texas Ragers, or it's one of the bad ones that with time aged well.
It got better over time. I remember having that beer and I was like, oh, I don't even know what's going on. And then I think the next week you showed up and go, hey, they got us some more. I was like, I was very reluctant to have it, but it turned out.
The second week was better than the first week. The first week we didn't air the reviews the first week because it was just bad beer. And we messaged the guys like, hey guys, here's what we're looking at. Here's what we got. They're like, you guys got a bad batch.
Yeah. And it was just the beginning. I think it just
come tomorrow and get some more beers. And I went like either within the next 2 or 3 days, and I got more beers, and we had them, and they were good.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw this, and I was like, I'm a baseball guy.
Love Texas it. Rangers. Love that can. That can is awesome.
Love the can. Love the can. Love the brewery.
Cheers to you, kid.
Cheers. Mazel, good things. Let's go. But you know what, guys? Thank you so much for joining us with this Clear the Fridge episode.
I love doing clear the fridge. It's my favorite thing. I need to find some more beers and start just stashing them back there. I really do. I seriously need to. And it's just, I'm going to go to Kroger and I'm going to go buy like 12 beers and just stuff them in the back and be like, you know what? I'll see you next year. Like, seriously. Like, that's what we need to do because.
Or I'll see you next Tuesday.
God, let's get out of here.
But you know what? God bless. Thank you guys so much for watching us. We appreciate you guys. We've been drinking whiskey, old beers tonight. Let's have some fun. But thank you guys so much. As always, I'm Alan.
Rapid Dave.
We'll talk to you guys later. Deuces.
Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.